an article shared to me by user Sheila Aliens has revealed some more interesting facts about the Aurora shooting case. Woody Page, a prominent individual on ESPN, actually works for the Denver Post, or did, 2 days after the shooting, when he interviewed a young man named Devon Suits, who's 18. He's a Theater 9 survivor. That's the theater that the gunman went into. And he says, quote unquote, in the article, "I thought there were two gunmen, the one throwing the gas and the other shooting." And this is important because this is also backing up the eyewitnesses Facile and his friend, and they saw the canister come from, quote unquote, the back, not from the shooter's side, and right around the middle light. They describe it as coming from the middle light. And let's see. Basically, the other most interesting thing in this story is this quote right here. "We still don't know what was going on. There was a pause in the firing. Then he started shooting again, and the sound was much louder. So he must have changed guns." This is probably the change from the shotgun to the AR-15. "After a while, there was another pause, and I'm assuming that there's significant time here, and that's when Phil told me we had to get out. I started down the steps on the right side." So this reveals that they were heading down the right side of the theater, and it says, "But people were going that way were getting shot." So this is really important because that corroborates the Jennifer Seeger's testimony, which says that as the shooter was going up the left side, meaning that the shooter must have crossed in front of the theater firing, and then went up the left side of the stairs. She says that as he was going up, they timed it, and they were going to run out into the, run out the main exit across the right side through that hallway. And she says that people were saying, go back, he's shooting people," trying to get out the main doors, quote unquote, trying to get out the main doors. Okay? That is very disconcerting because that means that the shooter that was heading up the auditorium, up the stairs on the left side, is not the person that's shooting people towards the lobby's exit, towards the lobby entrance. So, what that ultimately means is that there are two shooters. So he says, "We turned around and headed to the top of the theater toward the emergency exit." And I want to emphasize the emergency exit because it did not occur to him that that people were exiting out the bottom emergency exit where the shooter came in from. And in previous videos, you'll know why. I mean, it was a self-shutting metal inward opening door, and it was very unlikely that people would have went out that door, especially knowing that the shooter supposedly came in from there and then supposedly went out that way. And notice that he does not even say that the shooter exited the theater out the back door. So, basically what we have here, what this article is showing us is that the shooter crossed in front of the theater and then went up the left side. Now, I want you to notice that going up the left side is not likely to put a bunch of bullet holes through the wall that's adjoining Theater 8 and Theater 9. Okay, because it would do that for a little while, maybe, but then you're going up the left side, so where you're going to be firing? You're going to be firing the other direction, away from Theater 8, more than likely. So, anyway.